Hello, hello. Hi, team. I am so excited. I am going live today to talk about tips, vendor event tips. We've done some pretty big vendor events in the last couple of weeks. I want to share with you the basics on sales, right? There is a ton of information in the Facebook group already. You can go to one of the guides. There's actually a guide that has vendor event stuff from years past. You can go in and watch those. There's a tons of tips and tricks. There's video training about that Joe Wilkins has done that has specifically gone into where to find events, how to get set up, and the whole nine yards. But I'm here today to talk about the nuts and bolts of a vendor event, how to talk, how to share, and how to get the sell. Now, I just set up a mock little vendor table in my front room. Hi, Winter. But I'm going to be just going in through the nuts and bolts. And so if you guys could share this into your team chats, get more people on, ask questions. If you're here live, say hello. If you're watching the replay, hit hashtag replay. But know that as long as your team is a part of Team Endless Possibilities Facebook group, if you put this live into chats, it will also be there. You can also find me live right now on YouTube on Team Endless Possibilities YouTube channel. So I'm also live there. For those of your team members that are not on Facebook, I have provided that YouTube link. So keep that in mind. I try to do as much as I can, both public and unlisted, to make sure that those that are not on Facebook or choose not to do social media also have access to the same trainings as those that do in the group. Hi, Amy. So glad that you guys are here. If one of you will throw it into our team chat, the team Patre team chat, that would be great. I think I commented in there that we were live, but let's get going. Okay. So I'm just going to do a quick rundown of how I've got this mock one set up. But if you want details, go to the Facebook group. I just basically have a couple of things that are here. I have the issues list. The issues list is a really big one. If you were not on the team call on Monday, Amy Miles did one about TikTok and how TikTok is helping us to sell at vendor events. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how we sold a ton of salmon oil this month because people were seeing it on TikTok. We do have a flyer that you can print and put in with that. We figured out how to sell core fours too. So I'm excited to just do a deep dive into everything. So this is awesome. I'm just going to go in. I can actually share it. I think I'm here. Clearly, I'm live in the Facebook group. Let's go ahead. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't see myself. But we're just going to dive in. Okay, so I have the issues list. I do have other signs and flyers, but it doesn't matter. I mean, you can walk in with a core 4 set and be prepared to sell because I'm going to talk to you about all of the details in that. So a couple of things that I do always like to have at vendor events. I actually went out and bought myself through Verizon a Wi-Fi booster so that I didn't have to do paper order forms anymore, but you're going to run across it and you're going to want that. We'll make sure that these are in the comments below or in the description above the live. And then I use these Tell Me About Me sheets for everything that I do. So I'm going to give some mock-ups. Cedar is here. Come in. Come on, jump up, say hello. Cedar has come in. Oh, you can't see him because you can't see him. And you're wet. Oh, now I'm all muddy. Okay, so let's dive in. Hi, Karen. So glad that you're on. So glad that you're on. All right. So let's talk about talking. When somebody comes over to your booth, particularly, let me see if I can get this to turn just a little bit. Somebody is out there. A couple of things that you really want to be cautious with is body language. I'm just going to share with you my top tips at a vendor event. You never want to be sitting at your vendor event. You want to be standing to the side of your table. You don't want to be in front of the table. You don't want to be blocking it. You never want to have your arms folded. For me, it's a super habit when I'm just relaxed and chilled. I just kind of fold my arms and I hang out. You never want to look like that. If you're going to have placement of hands, you want something that's open and inviting. For me, my go-to, anybody that's worked an event for me, is I have to be cautious with my hands. I talk with my hands. I've smacked people with my hands. And so I always just put a bottle of pop herrings or bone broth in my hands so that I'm inviting, hey, have you ever heard of pottery before? And I hand them the bottle. I use this as a tool in order to bring people into the table, right? Now, the issues list itself is going to attract probably 50% of the people. They're going to go through and they're going to look at this issues list and they're going to say, eats, poop, bad gas. My dog's got these issues. And you're going to go, great. Let me show you the solutions to those issues. Okay. And that's going to be a really kind of big deal. But the other people that may walk by, they may look at your signs and your banners, or they're not even going to look at you and they're just going to walk straight by. This just gives you an opportunity to be able to, have you ever heard of pottery before? Here, check this out. This is what we're famous for. We're an all natural and holistic pet products and supplement company. And we have everything that your pets need that is holistic, right? Do any of these issues sound familiar? And you bring them into your booth. And that's a really kind of, hi, Mandy. We got Mandy on YouTube watching us. Mandy, if you want to share that link with anybody that is not on, that you know in any of the chats that's not on, you can. But definitely a bottle of pop herrings in my hands is kind of somewhere to go so I'm not fidgeting with everything with my ADHD that happens. And I wish you could see Cedar. He's literally just standing right here waiting for me to drop all of the goodness into his face. Oh, are you gonna really sit here and chat with me? Do you love me? Okay, then go lay down if you love me. And then my cat, she's staring at things over here in the corner. It's hilarious. So first of all, bringing people in. Now, a couple of things. As somebody comes in and you say, great, do any of these issues sound familiar? For those that something caught their eye, you're going to engage in a conversation. For those that maybe haven't, and you come over and you say, do any of these issues sound familiar? They're going to say yes, or they're going to say no. And this is key to listening. Key to listening. So let's get into the nitty gritty. And if you guys have questions, yeah, you do. Distracted by dogs. This is one of my vendor event shirts. I'll put the link. I got it on Amazon. I'll put the link in here. I absolutely love this shirt. So let's say that somebody comes in and they're like, my dog is a picky eater. Great. Come on in. Let me share with you our options for our picky eaters. And I'll pull the products out that I'm going to talk about, because if I don't, because I have ADHD, I'm going to forget what the original question was. I'm just being completely honest with you on how I do things. So somebody comes over and they'll say picky pets, and I'll say, okay, what do you normally do when your pet is picky? The core answers I usually get are, I'll put cheese, I'll put last night's gravy in it, I'll throw some spaghetti and meatballs in the bowl, and I'll say, awesome. And I'm like, does that ever cause upset tummies? They're like, yeah. And not only that, but I changed his food 100 times and he just gets, the poops and things aren't going well. And I said, well, let me share with you my options that you have for picky pets that will cause zero digestive upset, and you don't have to currently change what they're feeding. Would you like to hear about it? Yes, great. Come on over to my table and I'll share with them. So this is what we're famous for. These are our pop herring pet food seasonings. We are an all natural, holistic based company. Everything is manufactured and sourced here in the United States. But go ahead. I want you to just read the ingredients in this, and then I'll tell you what it is. And I hand them the bottle. I point to the ingredients, and I allow them to read it, because they're going to go, ground turkey, tomatoes, sweet potatoes, kale, pumpkin, cranberries, organic carrots, and pomegranates. And I'm going to go, yeah, our dogs eat better than we do. But let me tell you the secret to this. All you do is sprinkle it over the top of their food, and like you're seasoning a piece of chicken or steak. Don't leave these out. Your husband, might put it on his steak and they laugh, right? Because I'm building engagement. I'm building the trust factor is what I'm doing. And I'll say, all you do is sprinkle this over, and we have all these different varieties. And I'll point to the dinner spinner if I have one, and I'll say these are all the varieties where you can do Asian Friday, and you can do Taco Tuesday. You can do turkey in the morning and lamb at night and have zero digestive upset. Kind of cool. Like our pet food seasonings are really changing the way that pet parents feed their pets, and you don't have to change their diet. They're like, man, that's amazing. Oh, cookie, Sorry, Tukey tried to steal this. And I'll say, but let me share with you something else. Our paw treats are super popular. I'm going to have to, Tukey is going to knock over my live stand if I don't give him a treat. So let me give my dog a treat. And Olive's going to come check out. Do you want a treat too? Here, Missy. There you go. Right here. Let me get one. Are you too good for it? So what I'll say is I'll say, hey, these are our paw treats. These are also great to add. Kate, you got to go. This is not for you. Sorry, they're like totally going to knock over everything because they're so big. And I'll say, look, take a look at these. This is literally just beef liver. I break this up and I'll even sprinkle it over the food. You can use this along with the paw pairings. It's a great thing. Do not chew on my treats. Thank you, Olive. She thinks I got these out for her. And I'll share with them this. And then I'll go in and I'll talk a little bit about the bone broth. I'll say, you know, another option to our paw pairing line is our bone broth. Have you ever given bone broth before? This is also great for picky eaters. And I share the ways that you can use it. Okay. Now, I've explained, I've now shared, I've talked to them, brought them into my booth. They said that they had a picky pet. Stop. I've shared that I've had a picky pet, and now I've shared the product with them. Now, I didn't ski-wampus. I did not go into everything else we have. I focused directly on the issue that they had in hand. This is where I pick up my clipboard, and I'm gonna just detail this out because I feel like I need to. So bear with me, okay? I pick up my clipboard, and I have the tell me about it sheet. And on this, I essentially go, okay, so can you see yourself using this? This is where the ask has to come in. This is where 90% of pet pros, they come into this and they skip this step and they'll say, oh, give me your information and I'll follow up with you. Don't do it, friends. If they're not interested in ordering, then get their information to follow up so that you can build the know, like, and trust factor. You have to ask every single person that you've explained a product to buy. You have to do it in order to get this. Because they don't know you, you can't get offended, right? It's not that they're, Olive, she's still in the treat, I left her. It's don't take it personal, okay? It's nothing about you. It's personal preference. They're not ready. They're gonna have to talk to their vet. They don't have the money. They gotta get their spouse involved, whatever the case may be. This is your storefront, and I expect you to learn how to sell at these because I have built up a 5K a month PV simply by working vendor events and taking care of my customers. You can make a significant amount of money if you're learning how to talk, how to share, and how to ask, okay? So I've come in, and this is where I'll say, can you see yourself using the products? I'm gonna go in for the ask at this point. So can you see yourself using the products? They're like, yeah, I actually can. And usually if they're standing there with something, again, I put, Olive, stop. I'll even take this and I'll put it in the hand of whoever they're with. Hey, check this out. This is what she's talking about. I'm doing this, right? And this is where I'll come in and I'll say, let me tell you 3 great things that I love about Pottery. I love this. So first and foremost, before you make a decision to buy, let me share with you. They don't know how you do business. So when you share this, this is how you do business. They get to choose in or they get to choose out. But the question is up to you. You have to ask. So first things first, 3 great things I love about Pottery. Everything we have is 100% money back guarantee. If you get this and you use it, you have 90 days to try it or I can get your money back. How cool is that? It's a happiness guarantee that we offer. Our founder is so dedicated to our products that he says, if you're not happy, we get your money back. I don't know how many pet stores offer that with the solutions of Picky Pets, right? Great thing, 100% money back. Number 2, if you order with me today at the vendor event, I will, and I'll say, sorry, 100% satisfaction, right? Guarantee. So if they're not happy. And number 2, sorry, I squirreled just a little bit. Number 2 is the 20% off. And I'll say, hey, here at the vendor event, I'm giving 20% off of everybody that orders. And what I do is I order online and I have it shipped directly to your house. And that is because the company offers the 100% money back guarantee. I do not sell off of my table because I can't give you that 100% money back guarantee. But if your pet's been picky for a long time, waiting a few more days isn't going to matter when there's that guarantee behind it. And if you do that today, I'll give you 20% off. How cool is that? And third, let me share with you our free shipping and discounted shipping options. You get to pick which one works best for you. You can go ahead and just purchase this one time and you can pay shipping and taxes, and or if you decide that you want to try all 3 of these products today, we can put this on a quick, easy ship for 90 days, 60 to 90 days, not 30, right? You have 90 days to try it. And if you're happy, we can move it up or not. But if you put 3 products on an easy ship, you essentially get a free product because shipping is going to probably cost you the same as a bag of treats. And if you just want discounted shipping, no problem. We can put 2 products or 1 product on an easy ship and we can get that. Would you like to get free shipping today? Did you hear me? Would you like to get free shipping today? Cedar wants free shipping today. So this is where I ask, are you ready to try it? Try one more thing to get rid of your picky pet's issues. I sit, I zip my lips, and I listen. They're going to answer yes or no, but don't say a word. Do not talk yourself into saying that. Awkward silence needs to happen, friends, because they need to make a decision. They need just said, because you just spent less than 5 minutes talking to them about the issue, sharing with them, and now you're asking for the result. You have to listen to their answer. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Great. I have 2 ways to order. You can order it through your phone if you have service, or I can take a paper order form because I don't have any service, and I can just send it directly to you. Which works best? Oh, paper order form? Awesome. Fantastic. Here's the paper order form. Great. I need you to fill out this top part and this bottom part, and then I will fill in the products that you want. I do this on purpose because I have found that if I fill in this section in the center and put the products and the pricing and the shipping and the cost, they get stuck there and they change their mind very frequently. So I'll come in and I'll say, okay, great, fill this top and fill this bottom out, and then I'll fill in the products and I'll make sure the discount is in there and we'll go from there. They're like, great, no problem, boom. And I fill it out. And then I'll come in and say, okay, so which paw pairing variety would you like? Which treats? Here are your options. Now I've already got their information. They cannot back out. They never back out at this point because now I'm in the fun process. Humans like fun. That's what they do. So now I get to have them come in and pick what flavors you want. Beef, you want chicken, you want duck, you want lamb, you want Asian. Oh my gosh, all the varieties. What do you want? And now I'm writing it down. Boom. Awesome. I'm so excited. As soon as I get this ordered, you're going to get a confirmation email. And let me go ahead and I'll give them a sample of the paw treats. I sample more paw treats than I do paw pairings at vendor events. I don't know why. It's just what I do. But I'll give them a business card. These are my business cards. Thanks to Amy Johnson, I now have my flow code going on here that takes them to my milkshake. This has my information. I have the introductory offer on the back. It's just what I have. And I'll say, this is my cell phone. If you have any questions, let me know. I will text you in a few days when I get the tracking information. And as soon as your products arrive, let me know. I want to show you how to use them. That's it. They walk away. Now, if they say, oh, well, yeah, let's just do it on the form. I'm not going to go into some of the new stuff I'm doing. I'm going to go straight to the basics. I'll have them pull out their phone and I'll have them go to their Chrome or whatever their internet is, their Safari or whatever. And I'll say, great, can I just have that? I'll go ahead and just plug in my website for you. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in the products. I'm going to make this super easy for you. Okay. I do all of this for them on their phone. Why? Because our website has cookies. And when our website has cookies, it gives them the opportunity to be able to automatically have this website bookmarked in. It's going to save their username and password. It's going to auto-populate their address. It's going to auto-populate their card. And this just makes everything so easy. So I'll go into my website, make sure I'm there. I'll go in and put in the products. I'll click the checkout and it'll say create count. I hand the phone to them and I'll say, go ahead and put in your information. They'll plug in their information. I'll say, great, let me grab next steps. Okay, awesome. Let's click your shipping. Go ahead and add your shipping. Okay, great. Let me go ahead and make sure this saved. Awesome. Go ahead and add your card. Okay, great. Let me have that. Let's put in that discount coupon code. We don't want to miss that. And I'll put in their code. They're awesome. And I'll say, okay, this is what this is. Would you like 60 or 90 days on your auto ship? I can show you how to adjust it, cancel it, or change it at any time. And I say those words, adjust it, cancel it, and change it at any time. The reason is it gives them relief that they can back out if they need to later. That's all people want, is to know that they're not locked into something that they can't have. And go, no problem, you're going to get an email 10 days before it ships. This will be great. I'm so happy for you. Any issues, you have my cell phone number. Yeah, great. We'll put it in. Let's do 60. Go ahead and press the order now button. They press it. It's done. I give them the gift. Boom. They move on. Now, scenario number 3. What if they're like, oh, I don't have my phone on me? No problem. I usually have a tablet. I have my Chromebook, or I'll use my personal cell phone. So if I had my cell phone in my hand, which I'm not, I'm live, I will go into my Google Chrome and I will go to the incognito tab. I will then proceed to my website and I will proceed to everything. That way my information doesn't auto-populate and their information does not save in my phone. Or I will go to my computer and or tablet, whatever I have, and I will go to the incognito tab. And I do this for every order. I make sure it's logged out and I close the tab completely down when we're done with the sell. Those are my 3 closing processes after I have got them to the point that they're ready to buy. Scenario number 1. Do you guys feel good about closing? Do you have a question about the process? Using the order form, using the checkout? Do you have questions about the closing? If somebody could just comment yes, or somebody could comment no, that would be great. I just want to make sure that if somebody has questions, because I feel like I'm going a little bit fast, but I hope that this is helpful. Okay, so let's talk about another scenario that happens. Okay, so at the vendor event last week, Facebook user says, no, I don't know who Facebook user is. If you could go out and come in and give StreamYard permission, I can see your comments. Maybe I can get on the live on my computer and see who that is. Technology, right? Jerry. Okay, so let's go into the next scenario. So the next scenario is somebody comes in and they don't have any issues with their pets. They just want to check out Pottery. They just want to check us out. Tell me what you do. Awesome. Come check this out. We are an all-natural and holistic pet products company. We love to take things in an all-natural pathway. Tell me about your pets. Like, oh, I've got a dog and I've got a cat and this and this and this. A lot of the times they'll pull out their phone, right? Now you have to make sure that you're guiding conversations or you'll stand there for 7 hours and never make a sell. You have to guide these conversations, okay? So they come in, they're asking, I say, tell me about their pets. And they say, yes, oh my gosh, yeah. And I'm like, awesome, let me share with you some of the things. Our paw pairings are what are famous for. This is a great superfood seasonings. But you know, dogs and cats have ear issues and tummy issues. We have solutions for those things. They'll say, oh yeah, well, what about, and I'll say, do any of these issues sound familiar? Okay, just another thing. I bring them in and I focus on uncovering issues their pets have. Never say, do your pets have issues? Because every pet parent I know will tell you, no, my pets are fine. They have none. They don't realize that all of the things on this list is an issue that can be fixed. So recognize using the tools that you have at your vendor table. Now, Let's say that they just want to learn about the products and they want to see. This is the tool that we used recognizing TikTok went viral with salmon oil last month, okay? And again, I don't have the banner here, but there is a banner. I'll post it in the link or up above, and I'll make sure that that's there. But I'll say, oh, I can't wait to tell you this. Salmon oil. This salmon oil went viral on TikTok last month, and it is changing everything. Let me share with you what salmon oil does for the body. It helps with excessive shedding. It hits heart health. It's great for dyed dull coats. It's great for dry skin, all of that. But even that, do you take an omega? They're like, yeah, I do. And so you totally understand what it's like to have the benefits of supplements. They're like, yes, I do. And you're like, well, salmon oil is a game changer. So let me share with you 3 great things I love about Patri. I will also put this in the thing. You guys can copy it and share it. And the reason why I have the 3 great things about Patri is for 3 reasons. 3 most common objections you will get from people. And if you headed off the conversation with these in mind, you will never have an objection. Kind of a cool thing. So again, 3 great things I love about Patri. Boom, 100% money back. Boom, I've got a discount for you. It's not expensive. I've got a discount. If your pet doesn't like it, we return it, and we have free shipping options. Boom. Now, what I love about that is if you're just considering about doing some game changer, this is where I ask for the sell, friends. I just shared. If I'm going to spend my time having a conversation about the products, I'm going to ask every person, whether they came with intention or not, to buy. So they just came over to check things out. Cedar Bostwick, you're safe. It's okay. Thank you. No more. So they came over and I'll say, yeah, you know what's really cool is I just ordered online and get it shipped to you. I can get you 20% off. You want to try it? You get the benefits of having it. Why not give it to your pet? Zip your lip and wait. Would you like to try it? They will give you a yes or they will give you a no. Let's just say if they say yes, I've taught you the 3 ways to place an order. If they say no, I have my handy dandy little clipboard with me and I've made a ton of notes on here, right? And I'll say, no problem. Would you be willing to let me send you more information about what Patri is and some of our products? And if you ever need us, then you have the information. Zip your lip and wait. They're like, yes, great, fill this out. I take it and I follow up with them. Is this helpful? Drop some fire emojis if you're getting value from this today. So that's one scenario. Oh, look, salmon oil on my face. I'm gonna taste it. See, I just did that for you, friend. Now I gotta wipe my hands. Woo! If somebody asks if the salmon oil is fishy, it is. You're welcome. I just did that because that's how cool I am. I'm gonna take one for the team. I now know what salmon oil tastes like. Okay, so we're having these conversations. I will tell you that when the right person walks by, you will know if they are a TikTok junkie because they will walk right over to this. Now, on our display we had last weekend, this was front and center at our table. It was at eye level. People saw it and they were like, oh my gosh, I saw that on TikTok. You totally did. Have you ordered it? Have you tried it? No. Would you like to? Seriously, it's a game changer. Here are the benefits of it. Would you like to try it? I have yet to have somebody say, no, I just saw it on TikTok. Thanks. Have a good day. They're like, yeah, I totally want to try it. As seen on TikTok, friends, it'll sell all day long, all day long. So take advantage of what we're doing on TikTok right now, what you're doing in Facebook and Instagram Reels. Take advantage because we are having exposure that's going to make you money. But if you don't know how to ask for the sell, it's going to be harder. How many of you guys have been to a vendor event where you've walked out with 20 leads and not sold? Yeah, it happens. So with my vendors, and I'm just going to show with you because not everything I do is a closed cell. I always have these, and if I've got many team members that come with me to vendor events, I actually have a binder. I have a file folder, and everybody gets a file. I'm super anal about being organized, but out of all the conversations at this show, I did the home show a few weeks ago. I did like $700-800 in sales at the home show. Outside of the order forms, I still had a lot of people tell me no. And I've been following up with these guys ever since, because this is now my new pipeline of people that I get to work with. And I'm going to show up to them until they tell me no. I'm going to follow up with them. I'm going to put them on an email drip campaign. I'm going to get them in the ATM group. I'm going to make friends with them on Facebook. I'm going to put them on a text message campaign, and I'm going to keep me in front of these people until they know, like, and trust me and need me, because I guarantee you that at some point their pets are going to have issues, and I want them to go, I got to have that Elka girl I met at the vendor show, that I got to call my pottery gal. But the only way you can do that is if you're choosing to show up in front of them consistently until they tell you to get lost. And I am meaning that. I have had people say, get lost, no thank you, stop messaging me, remove me and unsubscribe me, delete me on Facebook. I am done seeing your face. Great, bye. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you letting me share things with you. I don't take it personal. I go find more people to talk to. So back to this. Take advantage of what TikTok is offering. So let's talk about Core 4, okay? What do you do when they don't respond? Well, what do you do when I don't respond? I text them again until they unsubscribe or they disappear or they do it on their own. Like, I even take a don't respond. Like, I don't take it personal. They're busy. They have lives. They're working. Maybe they didn't see it. Maybe Project Broadcast didn't send it. Maybe they looked at it. Maybe they read it and then it disappeared, and 4 weeks go by and they forgot to go back into it because it wasn't a priority to them. You continue to show up to somebody until I have had people on drip text message campaigns for over a year. And I don't have her name. I'll have to look it up. But I had somebody on there like 11 months finally respond back and say, hey, I would love to talk to you about my pet. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Oh, it's on my phone. That's on there. I was going to look it up, but I can't. But there was somebody that I have on a text message drip campaign, and I just send them a monthly text message, something with value, a picture or an image, or I invite them to become friends on Facebook. I invite them to our Endless Possibilities group. But I finally had somebody who was like, hey, can you tell me about this? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I hope that's helpful, Tracy, but I take a non-response as keep going, because life happens. I don't take it personal, like they don't want the information until they choose to block me or get rid of me or ditch me, right? So I hope that that's helpful. So let's talk about Core 4s. I have told several of you guys that I was going in to do some vendor events, and I don't become really good at selling something unless I have had a million conversations about it and I figure out how to sell it. So I'm going to share with you how we were able to sell Core 4s at vendor events. Now, I do have a little binder, and it's not even a binder, it's like a presentation little book. Once I get it back from Trisha Deming, she borrowed my stuff. Once I get it back from her, I can share with you on the page, but essentially I just print out, if you knew better, would you do better Core 4 flyer. It has the Core 4 sales sheets in them, which that's there. And then I created some QR codes that send them directly to Pottery's web YouTube page to watch the videos. So it's a simple little thing. And I will display the Core 4 product. Salmon oil, top of mind. Salmon oil, front and center. I know this is really kind of a silly setup, but just bear with me. This is one of my old displays that I store some of my products on. But salmon oil, front and center. As far as anybody is concerned, these are my #1 or top 4 selling products, okay? The pop herrings are what we're famous for, but these are our top 4 selling products. So I try not to go into, if you knew better, would you do better? hey, if we could solve 80% of the issues, blah, 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 blah. No, 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 no. That is not what I'm doing at vendor events. Yes, I get that that is how we're supposed to sell it and apply it, but it doesn't work. I have had so many people tell me, no, I'm not interested. I don't want the core four. My pets are fine. My pets are healthy. I don't want to be proactive. So what I've done is shared things slightly different at vendor events. I'm using solution sets as a tool to get discounted products on top of a 20% off sales. And I hope that Amy Miles comes on because we kind of did this and Amy Miles has a great story. So maybe if she's watching or she can get on, she can comment a little about it. She actually did a post, I think it was last week when she was here in Utah with me. She had done a post in our team page that had one of her customers that had 2 yellow labs that was like, oh my gosh, thank you, so much. I'm so excited about this because she took this approach. So somebody comes over, tell me about this. This is how I go into it. Hey, let me share with you our top 4 products. Their pets don't have issues. They seem healthy. They take supplements. I've asked these questions, right? I'm uncovering. I do a lot of question-based selling. I have got so many questions stored in my brain that I wish somebody would write them all down as I say them and put them in a document because it'd be a game changer. So somebody comes over and I'm talking to them about the salmon oil, right? We've had those conversations where they've got dull, dry coats. Maybe somebody comes over and I'm talking about sensitive stomachs, right? Maybe somebody comes over, their pet's got allergies. Maybe somebody comes over and their pet's, they're a senior, right? And you go into it. I use this as a tool in my toolbox to share. So I will go in and I will say, okay, somebody comes over and they're telling me about their joint issues, but their pets don't have issues. They're just telling me that they're older. And I'm like, oh, do you give a joint supplement? Oh, yes, I do. Awesome. Let me share with you ours. Put the product in their hand. I love putting products in people's hands. They read it, they see it. They'll try to take off the lid and they'll try to smell all the things and they'll look at it and I'll say, yeah, you can touch it. And they'll do this because it's the physical. When somebody can touch things, smell things and try them, they're like, oh yeah, my dog, oh, this isn't bad, right? Because people think that what they smell is the same thing that their dogs are going to smell. So if they like it, their dog's going to like it. If they don't like it, their dog's not going to like it because that's what humans do. And it's super funny and silly, but it's true. And so we have to go along with these things. So I'll tell them, let me share with you all of the herbs that are in here. Take a peek of these. You can read all of these ingredients and I will read them so that they can see that I can read them, which is really great. I'll share this with them and I'll say another great thing for that is salmon oil. This is also great for joints and the viscosity because once the joint fluid is gone, it's gone forever, right? What about gut health? Digestive issues, right? CBD Megan, I share with them. So let's say that somebody is coming in and they really like these 2 products. I'm like, awesome. Well, let me share with you the benefits of these. I have a solution set that's going to give you a huge discount on these 4 products on top of giving you an additional 20% off. I can save you a ton of money if you're interested in trying these. And I also have free shipping options. So go into the conversations, go into some of the conversations, not with proactive approach to pet health. Don't go into it with, if I could solve 80% of the issues. You can share that later, but you want to talk about the products individually in their individual form because you will find that they're going to be like, oh yeah, I totally see that. I totally see what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense. I take that. And I'll even ask them, do you take CBD? Do you take an omega-3? Do you take a joint supplement? Do you have digestive issues? They're like, yeah. I'm like, what if there was a solution set for humans where you could get rid of 80% of those issues? Like, what if? Would you do it? They're like, yeah, I totally would. What if you did it for your pets? Imagine the difference that could make. Well, he does vomit a lot. Now you're hearing all the issues that they didn't say were issues later, and you got solutions, right? Now they're like, oh, you know what? It's been really dry. Yeah, since our pets can't put lotion on, then this will give you the opportunity to do it on an internal level. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you this. I'll pull it out. These are capsules. You just break open the capsule, you sprinkle it over the food. If you only use half a capsule, put the other in the fridge. It's really simple to use. They love it. Go ahead, touch it. Here, go ahead, read about it. CBD. Oh my gosh, let me tell you about our CBD. Yeah. You can even take, my friends, as new people, you can even take the Bring Love Home presentation, print it out, stick it in a binder and have it as a reference for you. Like if you want to talk about these products, you can flip open to the salmon oil and you can talk about the key benefits and the features, right? You can talk about each one of them. So I focus on the core 4 set as an individual thing. And then and then I will upsell them. And basically, well, I can get all of it for a discount, because I'll tell you that I have found more people that will want to buy 3 of these products and buy into the solution set with all, or buy into this solution set with all 4. So that has made a significant difference. So you'll see that some of that. So is that helpful? I hope that that makes sense. Now let's say that somebody says, wow, that makes a lot of sense, and go, yeah, you know, if we had, and forgive me for not having this memorized, but you know, if we could solve 80% of the top reasons that pet parents take their pets to the vet, you know, wouldn't you want to do that? And they say, yes. Say, you know, I have a whole video that goes over all of how to be a proactive pet parent. If you're interested, maybe you're not ready to buy right now, but maybe you're interested, I would love to send you that video. We have Bring Love Home videos, or hey, I would love to add you to a Facebook group where you could come live and watch one happening. And I'll have them fill this out, and they'll look at the issues. And now we've talked, they've said issues. I'm going to go ahead and write the little cue things. I'm going to write down maybe what they were wearing. Maybe if they said the word anxious in their mind, I'm going to make all my notes. I mean, look at all these crazy scribbles I have. Anything that I can have to remind myself of that. And I'm going to write send Bring Love Home presentation. Now in my follow-up, I get to go, hey, do you remember me at the event? It was so nice to meet you. I'm so excited to talk about Titan. We had talked a little bit about how to be proactive in some of our main 4 products. Would you love to come to a live presentation, or would you love just a recorded video? What would be easier for you? Oh, you want a recorded one? Great. Let me grab this. Boom. Oh, you want to come live? Awesome. My team's doing one on this date. Are you on Facebook? Let's connect. Right? I'm going to move them into my funnel to keep them in front of me. Yeah. I use the ATM group all of the time for tools like this. If I can go in and become somebody's friend on Facebook, and I can go get them into the Facebook group, I know that they're going to see everything that we have going on. I know that they're going to see the testimonials. I know that they're going to see and probably connect with some of the other team members that are in the group. And eventually it's like a giant drip campaign, right? When you're in a Facebook group, what happens? If I go and tag somebody on the CBD thing, it's going to notify everybody in that post. And so I use the ATM groups and people on Facebook to connect with me so that they can follow me, to build know, like, and trust factor, and seeing, yes, I want to try all these products. You know what? I didn't know I want to be a rep. Hey, you want to learn about how I do things? So I hope that this is helpful. Jerry says, yes, my customer's white lab has quit scratching himself after being on the salmon oil for 6 days. Like, that is why we do what we do, right? So friends, if I were to look back at everything that I've talked about today, your core focus at a vendor event is to talk, share the product, and ask for the sell, and move them into closing. And I shared with you in the beginning how to do the 3 ways to close. I've shared with you, you know, a little bit. All of you in your kits, or you can go to the back office library and you can do a search in the back office library for solutions. And there's a document I actually helped Tammy Van Hoy create several years ago that basically will say all of the issues that each one of our products have. You can have that right here on your clipboard. And I have no problem using tools. I can't remember the prices, everything. So I print out all the sales sheets and I have it here. So when somebody says, well, how much is that? I could go, oh, let me show you, right? Print out the Bring Love Home presentation. Boom. Now you have those tools at your disposal. Print out the solutions so that when somebody says, hey, my cat has hairballs, you know exactly what product to use. Hey, my dog has dry dull coat, you know what to go to. Hey, my dog has bad gas. Hey, do you have anything for joints? Yeah, let me share with you. Oh, my dog is stinky. Great, no problem. Let me share with you our shampoo line, right? Those are really something that is helpful. Believing in the products wholeheartedly makes it easy to talk about. Yes. Now I'm going to talk, let me actually mention something with that too, Christine, is I didn't have pets when I joined Pawtree, so I could not be a product of the product. So I had to get customers. I went out and I didn't have a whole lot of warm leads and friends and family to talk to like I thought I did. So I literally went out and did vendor events and I pushed people, I pushed myself at vendor events to get people to try the products so that I could learn to have belief in the products. And I would use their stories, like what Jerry says, my customer's lab quit scratching after 6 days on salmon oil. Use that story. Hey, I have a team member who said that their lab quit scratching themselves after 6 days on being on this product. So if you personally can't be a product of the product and use these on your pets, then you better go out and find customers. Cold leads, right? Cold leads through vendor events is the easiest way for me to go through. I've faced rejection. I've had issues with rejection. I've had to work through my mindset on that. But vendor events are like, hey, here's my Pawtree storefront. Who wants to buy from me? Because who doesn't want a Pawtree store where people can come shop? Well, for me, that's vendor events. I do really well at them. And so I love what Christine said is finding belief in the product. Well, I had 3 pets that were born and raised on it, and my pets I have not had the opportunity to try everything, right? Because they're so healthy. So I use a lot of belief from my customers. So thank you for bringing that up. I absolutely 100% agree with you. Does anybody have any additional questions? This has been quite a long live, but I feel like I've covered a lot. Drop again some fire emojis if you've learned something today or you're ready to implement it, or maybe you're going to go book your first vendor event because you feel confident enough about selling our products. Let me know. If you have any additional questions, comment below, tag me in it. I'm happy to come back and answer anything, but I want you to be able to be wildly successful at these vendor events and crush it and make sales that change your life. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Peace out, like trout, kiss all those fur babies on the snout for me. Love you. Bye.